we talked about this yesterday. We were there was a mix of like, is Graham this stupid?
Yeah.
Like to have done this? And it sort of feels like he was freelancing. This is one of those things where,
I mean, he looks like he's freelancing. Right there, he looks like that
he's
meme.
going through it.
He looks like that meme of Don Draper when he comes blackout drunk to give the pitch to Life Cereal, like with his hair all messed up.
Or there's that character with alcoholism, I think Duck or whatever.
Duck, yeah.
This is what he looks like.
Just disheveled,
and sweaty.
Right. Matt said before the show it looked like he just came back from a 30-minute bout with diarrhea.
Well, but the question is like, what motivated him to do this? Like, because he is getting like slammed by all like McConnell, like all the Republican operatives. Like, he's just getting hammered because it was clear what he was trying to do, which was he was trying to sort of like create some standard to prove that we're not extremist abortion banners. And it almost felt like he was not aware of like how the conversation was going. And it's really just one of those classic, try not to think about an elephant, and it's just like, why are you reminding people that you guys are in favor of a federal abortion ban, even if you happen to think it's not that bad?
When you've been saying the reason that you're fine with the precedent being overturned is because of the fact that states should be able to make this determination. That was their fig leaf.
It's both.
Yeah.
Like, mixed messages on that accord, and also just a dumb message to say like, we're going to present an abortion ban, but here he is introducing it, and we'll talk a little more about it afterwards.
Graham, what would you say to somebody like me who found out that their son had an anomaly that was compatible life in 16 weeks? I have regular...
Pause it for 1 second. It might be a little bit difficult to hear the question, but the reporter is saying, he's trying to leave, right? And she's saying, well, what do you say to someone, and I think she says like me, who found out that they had a problem with their pregnancy 16 weeks out, and maybe it was an ectopic pregnancy. I couldn't hear exactly what she was saying. And they need to get an abortion in that instance. Like, what do you say to that? And here he is, like, oh.
Graham, what would you say to somebody like me who found out that their son had an anomaly that was compatible life in 16 weeks? I had regular appointments. I did everything right. And at 16 weeks, we found out that our son would likely not live. When he was born, he lived for 8 days. He bled from every orifice of his body, but we were allowed to make that choice for him. You would be robbing that choice from those women? What do you say to someone like me?
Here's what I would say. The world pretty much has spoken on this issue. The developed world has said at this stage into the pregnancy, the child feels pain, and we're saying we're going to join the rest of the world and not be like Iran. As to your particular case, there'll be exceptions for life of the mother and rape and incest.
There are exceptions in this bill.
Well, ma'am, there were 55,000 abortions after the 15-week period. And I think we're resolved to get America back in line with the rest of the world. And we won't know where America is until we vote, until we debate. And so to my Democratic friends, you're going around calling all of us every name you can think of. We're a bunch of wackos. Your idea is wacko, not ours.
All right, pause it for a second.
Let's vote.
Pause it for a second. I want to take this part second, although it is amazing. Like, you think I'm crazy? Oh, I'll show you crazy.
Are you sure you don't want to wait until there's a wall of women behind you to say what you want to say here, Sam?
Right, exactly.
Set the offensive line.
Yeah, exactly.
I know, right.
Yeah, I'm just leading these ladies. Here we go. First off, yesterday we dealt with this question of like in line with the rest of the world, 15 weeks. Germany has a 12-week ban. The exceptions are if the pregnant person makes the determination that her physical or mental health is in peril, That is all you need. In other words, the exceptions are determined by essentially the request of the pregnant person as to ending the abortion. So to say 15 weeks, it's irrelevant. It's apples and oranges there. In fact, if he's so game on it, that's the way we should do it. Let's just adopt the same standards that Germany has, and also bring in all the access that comes with a national healthcare program.
That's the thing, is like they're able to make that request and have that relationship with their doctor because of a universal nationalized healthcare program. And it's also just, I mean, different context culturally. In the United States, abortion has been being attacked, and the right to an abortion for decades at this point. So a woman going to her doctor in Mississippi and saying, I need an abortion after this 15 weeks based on these states' rights, and now if this federal restriction goes into place, that's very different context than in European countries where they have nationalized healthcare.
And just to set a little bit more context for the German example, June from The Guardian, June 2022, Germany scraps Nazi-era law that barred doctors' abortion ads. Majority vote ends law banning doctors from offering information about abortion procedures.
Yeah, I mean, he's just lying in terms of aligning us with the rest of the world. And then B, I don't know if you catch this, but there are no exceptions in what he has proposed because he wants to have debates about them. It's also amazing how he doesn't address the actual question that was given to him, which was like, what do you tell women coming in with 16 weeks in with ectopic pregnancies? Remember, there was about 45,000 ectopic pregnancies in the country last year. What do you tell them? And, we read story after story, 2 or 3 yesterday. They're denying cancer care to women who are pregnant because the first step in cancer care, when you're going to have to provide chemo or radiation, is to abort the fetus and to end the pregnancy. Mm-hmm. And they are basically waiting until the cancer gets worse so that you can make a legal argument that it crosses the legal threshold of a threat to the mother. And they're going to err on the side of having the mother be essentially closer to life-threatening than before. That's the choice that
protects us from legal liability. And one, I thought it was fascinating to see how much like an angry, bitter man Lindsey Graham is, as that female reporter, I assume she's female, is asking that question about her own personal experience. He's like, just seething, trying to get through it, and say, like, he wants to have debate on these exemptions on the floor and where you're going to draw the line. Please do. You want to see these what we've been seeing coming out of these state houses and these state senates that we've been covering on this show. Let's do it with the Republican senators. I want to see Tommy Tuberville out there. I want to see Mitch McConnell making a certain case, because he's certainly reluctant to, being quoted like, I want this to be a states' rights issue. So make them make that case.
Lindsey Graham famously said, like, you can have a vote on Medicare for all. We should have one right now. We should do that right now, because I'd like to see what's going to happen with these people. I'll tell you something. Chuck Schumer should bring this ban up.
Oh yeah.
Let's
hear what you have to say.
Let's make every Republican in the Senate vote for or against this ban. Let's make Ron Johnson vote for it. Let's make every Republican running, in this country, make them vote for or against this ban. This is a perfect wedge issue.
Same with gay marriage too, but to more of an extent. This, given how this is galvanized.
Gay marriage.
Voters.
The only difference is the gay marriage, protecting marriage equality, has an opportunity to actually pass and get locked in. And I think Schumer is trying to make sure that that happens. But all right, so let's listen to Lindsey Graham claim, I'm not the crazy one.
Oh, there's more to this.
Yeah, you're the crazy one. I'm not the crazy one.
I just like the way she's like, what would you say to someone like me? And it's like the response I'd have to women who have ectopic pregnancies is only if they also called me a wacko. And then I'd respond to that.
Oh, yeah. Did you call me a wacko? Yeah, everybody says I'm a wacko. I'm introducing this legislation to prove I'm not a wacko.
We're resolved to get America back in line with the rest of the world, and we won't know where America is until we vote, until we debate. And so to my Democratic friends, you're going around calling all of us every name you can think of. We're a bunch of wackos. Your idea is wacko, not ours. Let's vote. Let's vote. Give me a chance to vote on this bill. We'll take our considerations and we'll vote. Now, I guarantee if we have a debate on the floor of the United States Senate where we can explain what we're doing versus what they would do, we'll do really well with the American people. And over time, God willing, we're going to be like the rest of the world and not like Iran at the federal level when it comes to abortion. We're going nowhere. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Now, one of those people standing behind him, I mean, I'm sure a lot of them are crisis actors, but you got to imagine one is a staffer who could look up what goes on in Iran, because I don't know if he's having some type of episode or if he simply remembers from like years and years ago. This is from June 24th, 2022 on the Iran Wire. With abortion already banned, Iran begins to criminalize doctors.
He has it the other way. He wants it to be more like Iran as opposed to less like it.
It's like
He's also just obsessed with Iran, right?
Well, yeah, right, of course. Well, because I think they're like
It's
sort
too
of.
far for me. I'm not crazy. The mullahs are crazy.
They're jealous of their reactionary theocracy.
Yeah,
exactly.
And those wires got crossed for him. Man.
You know, in Iran, you wouldn't be able to ask me this question.
And that would be honestly a blessing. But
Make my job easier.
He's like, this is reminiscent also of the Rick Scott thing too, where Rick Scott came out with his tax plan, and McConnell wanted him to just shut the hell up because you're ruining the whole grift that we're pulling off. We're trying to pretend that we don't actually want to cut taxes for the wealthy and raise them on the poor. You just came out and said it. Same with Lindsey Graham. We were supposed to say this was states' rights, and now you're just coming out and saying it. They're pissed.
Well, I mean,
he was up there basically, without any of those Republican men, the only people that count.
To be fair, Lindsey Graham has said it's supposed to be states' rights. Let's go back. Now, folks, I know a lot of people on the show, younger than me, may not remember. This is from way back in August. I think it's the first week of August in 2022. I'm not sure if you remember this.
Whoa.
This is over, well, I guess just exactly 5 weeks ago. So here we go.
Saying that the 2015 Supreme Court decision that made same-sex marriage the law of the land nationally should be overturned?
No, I am saying that I don't think it's going to be overturned.
Nor should it be?
Well, that'd be up to the court. The reasoning, I think, could be attacked, but the point I'm trying to make is I've been consistent. I think states should decide the issue of marriage, and states should decide the issue of abortion. I have respect for South Carolina. South Carolina voters here, I trust to define marriage and to deal with the issue of abortion, not 9 people on the court. That's my view.
How far down should that, I mean, how wide should that go? How many more issues should that go to? For example, Loving versus Virginia.
All right, we don't need to hear anymore. I mean, he made the point right there, but he couldn't help himself. He's got to come out. And I've been saying from day one, they're going to do a federal ban on abortion. If he's bringing up this bill with a Democratic Congress, just imagine what's going to happen with the Republican one. I think Chuck Schumer should just say right now, here you go, bud. You wanted a vote? Let's take a vote. Oh, no amendments. Let's just do this. Up or down. Ban abortion or not. 15 weeks. And make every single one of those Republicans take a vote on that. plant their flag and let every one of their constituents know where they stand.
Nah, man, I think they should do them. I should think that they should stretch it out in terms of debate on amendments, though, because then you can get the craziest of the crazy. You can get in that, like, the more there's clips coming out of the national senators, federal senators on the floor debating about women, I don't know. I think the better.
Let's make Herschel Walker talk about it on the campaign trail, and Dr. Oz and all those folks.
Oh, they're going to. I mean, Walker, I think, came out. He's the only person who came out was like, yeah, no, I'm for it.
Usually I like that.
That's going to change in about 5 minutes, I can assure you.
They're trying to go for the
They're gonna
kill
be
in New
walking that
Hampshire with like Bolduc funding his campaign, and so Maggie Hassan has an easier road to re-election. Then do it in terms of hammering them on the legislative front in the Senate. Go.
Here is.
Should we go to the
let's
fun
take a break.
half?
We'll go to the
Yeah.
fun half, and then we'll do Mitch McConnell's reaction to Lindsey Graham.
Almost gave away another freebie.
I know it. God.